afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 5th instalment of the Effective Digital Marketing Awards. I'm Gabby Fernie, and my co-host today is David Murphy, co-founder of Masterclassing and chair of our judging committee.
Good afternoon.
So a year ago, we held our first virtual awards, and to be honest, we never thought we'd still be operating in a virtual-only world today, and yet here we are. So it's more important than ever to celebrate the great work that's being done by brands and agencies around the world, and to enable you to prove your credentials and say, we won that, based on the quality of our work, our thinking, our planning, and our execution. So I want to congratulate all of you in the virtual room today who made the shortlist in each category. There were nearly 200 entries this year, so whether you win or not, being considered a finalist is an achievement in itself. Now, before we start on the awards, I'd like to take a moment to explain a little bit of the background of the awards and the format today. Over 10 years ago, Masterclassing began by hosting a handful of digital marketing events in London and aimed to bring together marketing leaders and agencies who supported them. Over time, Masterclassing expanded, and this year we will hold over 300 events globally, including virtual events, workshops, webinars, and we are delighted to announce that as of September, we will be back with in-person events. From our 2 headquarters in Brooklyn, New York, and here in the UK, we host events in 30 cities around the world, including 3 cities in Australia, Singapore, Dubai, London, several cities across Europe, as well as about 15 cities in the US and Canada. 5 years ago, we decided to begin celebrating the great work that we were seeing, and the Effective Digital Marketing Awards, or the EDMAs, were born. The 2021 EDMAs include entries from 17 countries around the world, including the US, UK, Canada, Brazil, India, Taiwan, South Africa, the UAE, the Netherlands, Belgium, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, Austria, Switzerland, and Ireland. Today, we have 24 categories, followed by 3 special awards. The final award is the Grand Prix, recognizing the best of the best. So if you win in any category, make sure you stick around for the Grand Prix award. As we proceed through each of the categories, you will see who made the list of finalists and hear what the judges thought of the winning entry. To better understand each of the winning campaigns or platforms, David will then take a glimpse into the winning work through a brief interview. So if you are a pre-organized spokesperson for your entry, please be ready to turn on your camera and microphone to discuss your work. Now let's get started.
So Gabby,
yes.
So just to make the point, ladies and gents, we would like to do a quick interview. We'll need to keep it quite brief because we've got a lot of awards to get through. But as Gabby says, if you could be ready, that would be great. And also to celebrate your achievements for each winner, I should be taking a non-virtual sip from my non-virtual glass of champagne. Cheers.
Thanks, David. So right, let's get started with a quick look at the entries through a video montage. year like no other, the judges had their work cut out for them. New categories reflecting the changing environment included the most effective TikTok campaign, most effective social purpose campaign, and of course, the most effective pandemic campaign. Now, we really wouldn't be here without our judges, so let's take a moment to acknowledge them. The judges represent leading brands around the world and have all served as keynote speakers at masterclassing events, sharing their brand's experiences in different facets of digital marketing. I'd like to extend a special thank you to the judges who've joined us here today. Thank you to Arohi Surya from HTC, Chris Thompson of Eagle Moss, Jennifer Heyman from Wells Fargo, Maya Menon of Swap, Mohammed Umar from Honeywell, Sarah Sunderbrink of Zooplus, Lisbeth James from Nestle, Nora Zukowskate from Ciate London, and Neil Snoop of Ben & Jerry's. Many thanks to you and all the judges for your time and consideration this year. It's time now to find out who the winners are. And by the way, if you are a winner today, your trophy will be sent to you. So let's get started and learn which campaigns have been deemed the most effective. First up, we have the most effective influencer marketing campaign. Of the entries in this category, the judges said that the winning campaign was outstanding and displayed incredible preparation and a well thought through concept, good and rewarding selection of influencers, and smart integration of influencers, owned and paid media. And the winner for the most effective influencer marketing campaign is Sky for the I Hate Susie YouTube series. Here to accept the award is Paige Smith from Sky.
Yeah, I'm not sure Paige has actually made it onto the call yet, Gabby.
No.
Paige, are you there? No, I don't think Paige is there. Let me just briefly tell you, this was a campaign, a YouTube series to promote a drama starring Billy Piper, with 4 episodes, each looking at a specific emotion covered in the actual TV show. It racked up over 750,000 video views, and the influencers also over-delivered in terms of the content they produced. So a deserved winner. Well done, Sky. And we will move on to the next award, please, Gabby.
Brilliant. Thanks, David. So the next award is for the most effective B2B campaign. The judges said that the winning entry was a fantastic example of using existing budgets in a smarter way, making them work harder rather than turning them off through an extremely turbulent time for the sector. And the winner is Pure Property Finance and Liberty Marketing for unlocking search innovation during a lockdown. Here to accept the award is Gareth Morgan from Liberty Marketing.
Gareth.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well and very pleased to be giving you an award because your company does some very smart work. So this was a Pure Property Finance, a broker mainly funding business premises, investment properties, property developments hit hard by COVID. And they saw their sort of supply of loans and lenders disappear. And that was a real problem. So very briefly, what did you do to solve it?
I think we recognized that they couldn't still advertise to everyone anymore because there was most of the market had disappeared, but there were still sort of pockets of the market, so there was still some funding available for some property types and some investors. So we just used as much targeting as possible to get the ads seen by the right people. But at the same time, we put together a dashboard so that we're being fed sort of like live information on where there was still opportunities in the market from their team. So it was something we had to turn around in a matter of days, and thankfully it worked really well.
Yeah, good. And it wasn't a set and forget thing, was it? This was something that was being monitored by the hour.
Yeah, and it's something that we're kind of rolling on with still.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. I'll drink to that. Well done, sir.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Well done, Gareth. So the next category is the most effective performance marketing campaign. In this hotly contested category, the judges felt that the winning entry exhibited a great use of first-party data to create lookalike audiences and had hugely impressive results in terms of website engagement and sales. And the winner for the most effective performance marketing campaign is Lane Crawford and Forward PMX for Thriving Through Adversity, a shift to smarter audience targeting. Here to accept the award is Sarah Pollock from Forward PMX.
Sarah.
Oh,
Hello,
Sarah.
how are you?
Hiya, very well, thank you. Congratulations. So
Thank you.
people may or may not know of Lane Crawford, a luxury retailer. What was the challenge here?
Yeah, so last year, like it challenged all luxury brands, we really had to figure out how to help Lane Crawford recoup some revenue from in stores and bring a lot of customers online. So what we did was we took a really unique data-driven approach, digging into the CRM for the brand. And so they were really collaborative with us and letting us use their first-party data. And we understood how we could target previous in-store customers to come online. And we also expanded the new to file, so net new customers coming online for the first time by over 10 times. So with that, we actually were able to improve the website engagement by 60% in that same time period. And we also saw transactions increase by 1,400%. So it was huge for a luxury brand that, historically relied mostly on in-store traffic to bring their customers online.
Yeah, and the judges were obviously very impressed by those figures. Congratulations. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Right, so next up, we have the most effective branded content campaign. Here, the judges said that the winning campaign was a really good use of forward thinking and planning to engage people in the short term and encourage their custom in the long term. By providing answers in their field of expertise during a time of uncertainty, they position themselves to be a companion to people through those tough times. And the winner is Specsavers and Curated Digital for the COVID-19 Care Online Content Hub. And here to accept the award is Vicky Clark from Specsavers.
Oh, Gabby, sorry, Vicky is unable to attend, but it's Hannah from Specsavers.
No, it's absolutely fine, Hannah. We're just glad someone could be here. So this was your COVID-19 Care Online Content Hub. Just tell us briefly what you did there.
Yeah, so I guess kind of everyone's world was turned upside down by the pandemic, and obviously waking up the next day and finding, our customers can't come into store was a bit of a shock for all of us. So actually thinking about Specsavers as, from our care credentials, how can we help our customers in kind of one of the most frightening times, and actually really care for kind of people's eye health and be kind of a one-stop shop for kind of COVID and eye health queries. Obviously, we worked closely with our agency partner, Curated, and it was a big team effort across the web team and our internal agency.
Yep, brilliant. And it's, I guess, a different side of Specsavers. I think of Specsavers marketing as being very funny and really on it, and this is showing a more, concerned approach. And I think you may not have the figures to hand, but I think you've generated over 3.5 million unique page views of the COVID-19 content. Is going live in April 2020. So very well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the next category is the most effective integrated campaign. In this category, the judges felt that the winning entry was a tremendous campaign. Growing revenues during a period where traditional methods were not possible is some achievement. And I like the Instagram filter that was used to appeal to a younger audience. And the winner is the Royal British Legion and Crowd for the Poppy Appeal 2020. Here to accept the award is Graham Abry from Crowd.
Hi.
Graham, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so it's the 2020 Poppy Appeal. Face-to-face fundraising is now largely impossible. So what did you do? Sorry.
Yeah, so obviously terrible year last year for any fundraising. We're used to so many people fundraising at train stations and selling poppies in that way. We weren't able to do any of that. Instead, we were pivoting to digital, see what we could do there. So we're working with our agency partners, with assets that would be created, used for TV, creating special social assets, which is where this Every Poppy Counts campaign comes from. Driving people to a landing page where they had an option of things to do, download a poppy, buy a fundraising pack. And we started a little bit of a campaign where people were printing off their own poppies, colouring them and putting them in the window, similar to sort of the NHS rainbows that were going on. So yeah, it was a fantastic time. And in terms of donations, we wanted to get about 20,000 online. We ended up getting more than 80,000, We wanted to get £800,000 in revenue. We ended up getting over 3 million. Just really fantastic campaign. Lots of moving parts, lots of agencies involved, and fantastic to see.
Yeah, well done. And just when you hear those figures, I just want to make the point, I see everyone on the call today, and I know everyone comes along to these events firmly believing they're going to win because you know your campaign and your platforms inside out and backwards. It's been a very tough year to judge with so many entries. So I hope we've picked the right one in every category, but hopefully you can see from some of these figures where we are allowed to speak about them that these campaigns, the winning campaigns, have delivered absolutely tremendous results. So well done, Graham.
Very much.
Brilliant. Thanks, Graham. So next up, we have the most effective social purpose campaign. The judges felt that the winning entry was an impressive campaign on such a small budget and exhibited excellent use of insight. The winner for the most effective social purpose campaign is Starlight Children's Foundation and Tippy Group with Joy Delivered. Here to accept the award is Maeve Kelly from Tippy Group.
I don't see Maeve on the guest list at the moment. Is there anyone from Tippy Group here? Okay, well, I'll just very quickly tell you it was similar to the Poppy Appeal in some ways, another charity with many of its traditional fundraising channels closed down. So they actually raised a load of money and showed what the money would be spent on. And it was isolation packs, sort of bags of toys for kids, seriously ill kids who were stuck in hospital. So I think they delivered something like 11,000 packs and the campaign delivered an ROI of almost 3. So great brand awareness for the charity too. So nice campaign. Back to you, Gabby.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well done to them. Right, the 7th award of the day is for the most effective launch campaign. Here, the judges found that the winner was a very clear entry with excellent levels of detail. A wide variety of channels were well managed to achieve the best outcomes. This comes across as a campaign run by experts in their field, and the results exceeded the targets by some measure. And the winner for the most effective launch campaign is Rolly and Nuke for the Lumi e-commerce launch. Here to accept the award is Lena Garter from Nuke Digital.
Lena, good afternoon. Are you here?
I am, but I just unmuted.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Congratulations. It's not the first time I don't think you've won at our awards. This was quite an ambitious project. You wanted to generate $1 million in online sales in the first month. Briefly, what did you do? And I say briefly because your entry was so detailed, you could talk about it for a week, I'm sure.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, we actually won the previous award with the same client, but with their pre-launch, which was on Kickstarter. And this was basically a year after when they finally fulfilled their pre-orders, if you will, from a Kickstarter campaign and then launched on an actual e-commerce store. So we had a detailed approach in terms of generating a ton of pre-launch again. So 2 months before, we generated tons of subscribers that would be interested in the launch, and then had a very efficient first weekend, actually achieved 70% of the monthly goal in the first weekend when it went live. And to be honest, there is a lot of credit to go to the product as well, because it is a very fun, appealing, exciting product. And I think the pandemic, impacted this in a positive way rather than a negative for a change, because of course people were looking to potentially learn more things at home and just find new hobbies. And learn a piano is a great hobby, I guess, when you're stuck at home. Yeah,
it looks like a really nice bit of kit. So anyway, congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Gabby, just before I go back to you, I've got a message in the chat from Rachel saying Christina is here for this group. I don't know, Rachel, if that's Christina for TP Group. If it is Christina, apologies. I didn't realise we had anyone from TP in the room, but let's crack on anyway.
Okay, well, sorry for that. Okay, well, next up, we have the most effective D2C e-commerce campaign. The judges said that the winning entry has done a great job with a challenging brief to an even more challenging audience, which is generally hard to retain. They've come up with several engagement and retention mechanics, which are impressive. And the winner is Tim and Vantigans for the Tim Brazil prepaid customer campaign. Here to accept the award is Demetrio Demartion from Tim WeTech.
Demetrio, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
welcome, congratulations. This is a campaign for Tim Brazil, a mobile operator. Just tell us briefly what you did for them and what the aim was and how you achieved it.
Actually, we did not just do a campaign, it's a whole program that is still going on.
Yeah.
And the idea was to engage their prepaid customers. That is a normally difficult segment, but we are very happy nowadays with what we have done. And the program is still growing with a lot of engagement. So I think that we succeeded in what we wanted to do.
Excellent. Just some brief figures from the entry, which I don't think were confidential. 2.5 million downloads of the app, 33.5 million slot machine plays, 4.1 million redeemed benefits, and 1.6 million fulfilled missions. So clearly, I know campaign's not the right word, but clearly a project that really got people engaged and engaged with it. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Okay, so the next category is the most effective video campaign. Here, the judges said that the winner provided an honest campaign analysis. Impressive that they were prepared to go back to the drawing board and rethink their strategy when the initial creatives didn't work. A risk, as presumably this involved higher costs and delays, but one which paid off with strong results, whilst giving the opportunity to learn from mistakes and make improvements. And the winner for the most effective video campaign is Shopkick and Moburst for the Shopkick, Moburst Shopkick TikTok triumphs. That's a bit of a tongue twister. And here to accept the award, we have Mike Cratch from Shopkick.
Hi, Gabby. Hi, David. Thank you.
Hi, Mike. Congratulations. I'm glad it's Gabby reading that title right after I've had a few sips of champagne. Yeah, I think Gabby referenced a few of the judges said they were really impressed with the fact that you were so honest in this entry. You put a campaign out on TikTok and it failed. It just wasn't sort of native enough. So you went back and started again from scratch and did something much better, didn't you?
Yeah, the mobile world is humbling, to say the least. But yeah, during the pandemic, I think we were, because Shopkick, the essence of Shopkick is customers going into retail, and the pandemic obviously had a very harrowing effect. So the goal was to get creative out there within our campaigns as quickly as possible. The challenge with that obviously is when you don't put in the work and you don't really analyze the platform carefully enough to see what resonates, it can be problematic. But we figured it out, and at the end, it ended up working.
Yeah, well, let's leave it there, Mike, in the interest of time. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So the next three categories are new additions to this year's EDMAs, focusing on the effective usage of social media platforms. First, we have the most effective Instagram campaign. In this new category, the judges said that the winner was a really innovative and inclusive campaign that harnessed the power of their chosen subject and effectively leveraged the Instagram platform for promotional purposes. And the winner is Vival and the Digital Street with Vival #Voice of Art. Here to accept the award is Neelakanta Mukherjee from Vival Soaps ITC.
Neelakanta, good afternoon. I can see that Neelakanta is here in the guest list. Maybe.
Hi, good afternoon.
Ah, nice. Welcome. So this campaign took place in India. It was all about gender equality, I understand. Just tell us a little bit more about it. Please. Okay. I think Neelakanta's having issues with audio, so we may come back to you a little bit later. For now, I'll just say, well, let me tell you briefly, it was all about art. A lot of artists got involved in this campaign, ended up with something like 769,000 posts, 2.2 million views. So well done, and we'll try and get you back on a bit later if we have time. Back to you, Gabby.
Thanks, David. Right, the next award is for the most effective Facebook campaign. Here, the judges felt that the winner achieved terrific results with a modest budget. Every dollar was made to work hard in a well thought out and executed campaign. And the winner for the most effective Facebook campaign is the Best Friends Animal Society and Forward PMX for raising funds for animals in need with the power of Facebook. Here to accept the award is Bailey Bernius from Forward PMX.
Hello.
Bailey, congratulations. So this campaign was leveraging hashtag Giving Tuesday, a global day of donating to good causes. Why Facebook?
Well, we had a couple of challenges in front of us with this campaign. Giving Tuesday is actually a campaign that we usually run in Q4, and this came up in light of COVID in the month of May. So we had a very quick turnaround time here with the campaign. And I think another challenge we had in front of us is, convincing people or reminding people the role of pets in sort of the human-centric nature of COVID and just how important pets really are. So just the ability to show this wonderful creative on Facebook, and as well as target some of our prior donors that we had to the organization, really kind of led us to Facebook so that we could turn this around quickly to raise funds and ultimately save animals' lives.
Yeah, and that you did with some aplomb. So congratulations. And I second what you say about pets during lockdown. We got a dog 6 months before COVID was even talked about. And in retrospect, it's the best thing we could have done. I think he kept us all sane.
Exactly.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Great. And finally, we round out the new social media categories with the most effective TikTok campaign. The judges found that the winning campaign used a lean budget, which garnered significant engagement within the target audience. Great to see how influencer selection and management was executed. And the winner for the most effective TikTok campaign is Converse, Foot Locker, and obviously the Converse CX times Foot Locker. And here to accept the award is Mike Kowalski from Obviously.
Hey, thank you so much for having us here.
Not at all. Congratulations. So briefly, you were trying to increase social awareness and buzz for the new Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star CX available at Foot Locker across TikTok and Instagram. How did you do that?
Yes, definitely. So we found 24 awesome influencers, and we had them, actually create their own creative briefs and run those past us and the brand. And we found influencers who just had awesome creative ideas that was like, this is going to be perfect for TikTok. This is going to go viral. And that it did. With the 24 influencers, we actually reached over 2.3 million people, which kind of blew our prediction out of the water by half, which is awesome. And then we actually created 126 pieces of content overall, where we were, only supposed to create around 75. So yeah, the brand was thrilled, the content creators were thrilled, and their audiences loved the content.
Yeah, and I think just from those couple of stills you can see on the screen now, the content looks absolutely fabulous. So well done.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Brilliant. Right, we're now halfway through the awards, and that brings us to the most effective mobile campaign. About the winner, the judges said, love the novel concept as well as the use of data insights to feed back into ad creative iterations. And the winner is BritBox, Total Media, and Picnic for Swipe Right for Spitting Image. Here to accept the award is Saint Betteridge from Picnic Media.
Oh yeah, brilliant. That's fantastic news. Well chuffed.
Excellent. So just tell us a little bit. This was for the relaunch of Spitting Image, which if people outside the UK are not familiar, it's a program that uses puppets to lampoon politicians and other important people. So just tell us quickly what you did, Saint.
Yeah, we worked with BritBox's agency, Total Media. As you say, they were planning the revival of Spitting Image on BritBox. So broadly, the campaign objectives included building awareness and driving subs to BritBox. So we worked and partnered with Total and proposed a solution to meet those objectives. We basically created a custom mobile social display ad format called Swipe Right, which allowed you to swipe left or right, depending on if you like the characters or not in Spitting Image. So it smashed all the expectations that we'd set. It delivered an engagement rate of over 4%, which is 9 times greater than the normal benchmark, 5 swipes per user, and a dwell time of nearly 10 seconds. So yeah, we're delighted to have won it alongside the amazing teams at Total Media and BritBox. So yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Cheers.
Back to you, Gabby.
Thank you. So up next, we have the most effective location campaign. In this category, the judges said that the winning campaign demonstrated brilliant execution given the campaign complexity and a strong set of results to boot. And the winner is Omnigov, the Cabinet Office, Mobster and Manning Gottlieb, OMD, with UK government funding for local tourism. Here to accept the award is Mandy Aurora from Manning Gottlieb, OMD.
Hello.
Andy, congratulations. So we all know COVID wasn't good for many things, especially for the tourism industry, but it did encourage staycations, and that's what this was all about, wasn't it?
This was trying to encourage staycations over last summer. We had about 15 stakeholders across the country, all local kind of councils, etc., who weren't that media savvy, who needed campaigns turned around very quickly across multiple channels as well. But what didn't help is that the tiering system then started to take effect, which then had a knock-on effect on all our campaigns, day by day, week by week, and working with Mobster to just try and be as agile and as flexible as possible was just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and 4 million plus video views, 18 million display impressions, and a view-through rate of 70% from the campaigns. And the entry went into some detail about just what a complicated campaign it was in terms of separating these 14 different regions and geofencing them out. So a lot of hard work, and it paid off. Well done.
Yeah, very complicated. Thank you. Thanks to the guys at Mobster.
Yeah, well done.
Today's 15th award is for the most effective data and analytics campaign. Here, the judges indicated that the campaign exhibited a comprehensive and systematic approach backed up with great results. And the winner for the most effective data and analytics campaign is Laithwaite's Wine and Incubator with Pub Crawling Amazon for Laithwaite's success. Here to accept the award is Peter Munton from NMPI.
You're right.
Peter, congratulations. I keep forgetting to celebrate, so let me have a drink.
Yeah, definitely have a drink.
I'm going to finish the event sober if I'm not careful. So this was Laithwaite's on Amazon, struggling a bit up against competitors with bigger budgets. What did you do briefly?
Yeah, I mean, we had to really think about the efficiency on Amazon. As you know, you pay Amazon for every product you sell, you pay them a fee. And one of the issues was that Amazon doesn't really provide too many competitive metrics such as average position or search impression share. And it's just a challenge for Laithwaite in terms of optimizing campaigns. So we developed our own technology in-house to create these two new metrics and automate the process and get this coming into our performance reporting. So alongside all of our search campaigns. And that allowed us to really improve the efficiency and ROI of campaigns and beat out the competition.
Yeah, and I think I pulled some figures from each of the winning entries where I was allowed to. 81% increase in revenue over a 2-week period and continued revenue increases over the next 3 months. So whatever you did and however you did it, it clearly worked. So very well done.
Cheers, David. Nice one.
Right, up next, we have the most effective search campaign. The judges said that this winning campaign is really impressive. Love the solid and very well structured strategy. And the winner for the most effective search campaign is House of Oak and the SEO Works for their organic search campaign. And here to accept the award is Natalie Mills from the SEO Works.
Hello.
Natalie, congratulations.
Thank you. You're right.
So, yeah, I'm absolutely fine, thank you. And so this is the House of Oak's website, and in the words of the entry, it had been, quote, tanking for several months. And they were actually wondering whether they actually needed one with most sales coming in store pre-COVID. I guess this turned out to be a pretty timely exercise then.
Yeah, it was the old website had been through like a really bad migration, so it was just a bit of a mess. So it was quite, like you said, it's quite a structured campaign. It was all like we first started off by like sorting out all the technical errors and problems. Then we started optimizing all of the category pages and making sure that the it was a much better structure and that like there was no like keyword cannibalization or anything like that. And then we did a really good PR campaign about stately homes. So we got some good links through that. So yeah, it was just classic SEO campaign, really, like doing the important technical stuff first and then moving on to good content and PR.
I think out of all the subjects we tackle, search is the one that I find the most complex, and I really admire people that know what they're doing in that industry. So congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Natalie. Cheers. So the following award is for the most effective attribution solution. The judges felt that what set this entry apart was that by using the latest technology like AI and NLP, this solution fuels advances in the attribution modeling that improves accuracy and success. And the winner is QueryClick with Corvidae for attribution that works. And here to accept the award is Chris Liversidge from QueryClick.
Thank you very much.
Chris, congratulations.
That's very kind.
There are some people on this call receiving awards who I've never met and have never done any of our events, and there are others like Chris who I seem to see every week. So it's a nice mix. Now, I know this is a challenge given what we're talking about and given who I'm talking to, but can you be very brief and just tell us a little bit about the background to Corvidae, how it came about, what you were trying to do with it?
Yeah, so we built this to replace using cookies in any analytics. So GA and Adobe use first-party cookies to stitch together multiple hits, and that's about 80% wrong. We discovered 7 years ago. We built this thing. We use it for our customers, and we launched it to the public. And I think in the awards, we referenced that it unbundles things like Facebook. So we got £1.6 million of extra revenue for one of our retail customers in Facebook, and then lots of people don't think about Google Ads as being siloed as well, and we found another £1.4 million there. Again, just looking at correctly attributed data compared to the ad tech's reported revenue. So that's basically what it is.
Okay, brilliant. I think that's a very good, concise summary of it. And effectively, the short version of that was a lot of the reporting that Google and Facebook gives you is highly inaccurate, and Corvidae spits out the more accurate figures, so you know whether you're spending your money efficiently. So, Chris, congratulations. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next category is the most effective retail campaign. Here, the judges were impressed that the campaign demonstrated clear objectives and a well thought through strategy, which pivoted during the pandemic to offer valuable information and advice. Impressive results, especially in the measurement of revenue increases, which show excellent ROI. And the 2021 winner for the most effective retail campaign is Sally Beauty and Salon Services and QueryClick for styling out a global pandemic. With back-to-back wins, I'd like to welcome back Chris Liversidge from QueryClick to accept his award.
Thank you. I feel like I've contributed nothing to this one. This is all the team who are not here.
Someone's got to be the front man, fall guy, whatever it is. So just very quickly, what was this campaign all about?
So this was basically, Sally, our long-term customer of ours, and we kind of run a number of different things there, B2B and B2C. And in here, really, it was a campaign just focusing on trying to drive from a kind of small independent campaign maximum bang for the buck in search. So we looked at things like hygiene in salons, delivering digital consultations, comms during lockdown, social media during lockdown. If you're a salon, essentially, helping support their partners on that B2B side of things. And I think we increased organic revenue by 400%. So it was up by about 1.92 million or so. Is one of the standout metrics there. So it was really successful campaign.
Excellent. Well, again, congratulations. Well done, Chris.
Thank you.
Up next, we have the most effective FMCG or CPG campaign. One of the judges commented that the winning entry demonstrated a well thought through strategic approach, making sure to measure the goals set by tangible KPIs. A nice combination of partners too. And I really like that success was measured against a control group. And the winner is Russian Standard Vodka, the Village Communications, and Tabmo with Raise Your Standards in Vodka. Here to accept the award is Jessica Vick from the Village Communications.
Hello,
Jessica.
David.
Hi, good afternoon. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is very exciting.
Yeah, well, we like it when people are excited when they win. That's what it's all about. So the aim here was to stand out in a cluttered market. How did you go about it?
That's right. And as we know, the alcohol market in the UK is full of lots of competitors. So the way that we did this, we worked with our agency partner, Tabmo. Now actually they've rebranded to Hawk Tech. We used their technology to actually pinpoint where our customers are located around retail stores. And we used an integration with Google Maps in order to direct people to their closest retailer to purchase.
And it worked.
And it worked, yeah. So let me see what the results were. So it was about a 15% increase across the Russian Standard Vodka brand, increase in sales. So that was about a 283% higher sale volume than the benchmark for the category. So we're really happy with those results. And thanks very much to our partners at Hawk.
Yeah, it's nice to hear that Tabmo have rebranded. It's news to me, so thanks for that bit of info. Excellent. Well, congratulations to you and everyone else involved in the campaign.
Thanks very much.
Our 20th category today is the most effective advertising campaign. The judges said that the winner in this category created a great campaign across the entire funnel, including a first-class paid media campaign across channels that deliver great social media traction and ROI. And the winner is Artifon and Nuke with Orba, Make Music in Seconds. I'd like to welcome back Lena Garter from Nuke Digital.
Hi again.
Hi again, Lena. So another sort of cool musical thing, gadget. What were you trying to do here?
Yeah, we were just trying to get the sales in online, really. And it was very successful. I believe it was about 10x return on ad spend. So the client was, of course, very happy. We're still working with them and it's still very enjoyable. We love music tech space. So yeah,
good.
It's a
pleasure.
And
I think you put a figure, which again, I think I'm allowed to mention, of $300,000 worth of sales in 2 months. So very impressive. Great stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Really excited to have 2 awards this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Well done, Lena. Our next category is the most innovative campaign. Here, the judges said that this campaign demonstrates that sometimes small innovations can mean big wins. With a relatively small budget, they delivered incredible ROI and also uncovered an insight which will help to make the business more sustainable in the future. And the winner for the most innovative campaign is Brunzil Cookins and Fingerspits with Pinterest SEO Inside the Black Box. And here to accept the award is Alwyn Clarkson from Fingerspits.
Yay! Hello.
All right, let's just move on. Really, congratulations. Now, you were trying to optimize this kitchen company's presence on Pinterest for SEO, which is not something I've heard much talked about. Is it a tricky thing to do?
Yes, it quite is, because there's nothing much known about optimizing Pinterest. So we had to search ways in which we could find words to target on. So it's not like AdWords or something that a program is giving you some search queries, but we had to find out ourselves. So that's the quite difficult thing in this matter.
And I think the entry also said that you identified early on the importance of adjectives on Pinterest specifically.
Yeah. So in the kitchen market, they sell kitchens. The C phase, or the top of the funnel phase, is something quite big and important. And Pinterest is of course a very important social platform.
Yep.
It was to fill our funnel more and more, and yeah, it was difficult to do, but people search in a different way on Pinterest than that they do on in AdWords.
Yeah. Okay, good. We'll leave it there. Thanks, Olwyn. Congratulations, and
Thank you.
Congratulations to the team.
Yes, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
All right, next up, we have another new category, the most effective international campaign. The judges thought that the winner was simply outstanding and displayed smart storytelling for Gen Z, effective selection of testimonials and influencers, and good use of using media formats like filters that resonate with Gen Z. And the winner is Deutsche Telekom and Mindshare with What We Do Next.
Yes.
And here to accept the award is Daniel from Deutsche Telekom, as we can see.
Yes. Actually, it's a special one for me.
Congratulations. So this was a big campaign, wasn't it? And you were trying to celebrate the good stuff that Gen Z do on their phones. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, actually, it's a special award for us because it's our 100th award in the last 5 years.
Wow, nice work.
Pretty
well
cool.
Done.
So thanks so much. We really appreciate that. Actually, what we're constantly doing is we're striving to rejuvenate our brand. And what we're always doing is we try to identify better ways to engage the younger audience before cultivating them to have a longer lasting relationship. So what we did was we built on the insight that the young target audience, you all know that, are mainly misunderstood. We all think they're couch potatoes and lazy guys. But actually they do a lot of stuff and they do a lot of innovative stuff. So what we did was we created a Trojan horse and let the Gen Z speak for themselves with the voice of a generation, obviously. At the forefront, our influencer, Billie Eilish, you all might know and heard about. So actually we rolled it out across 9 NatGos and gained over 1 billion impressions, reached 78% of the target segment, gained a lot of editorial coverage. Film was viewed over 142 million times with a completion rate of 72%. And all of that, then we saw that we had an additional increase of awareness within the target group of 77% compared to a benchmark in our industry of 5% about. And then our brand favorability grew by 6.2 and 1.7 is a benchmark in our industry. And brand consideration recorded an additional 10.9% uplift, which is 10 times more than the tele industry benchmark, which was quite nice. And we were really happy about that.
I love a man who comes prepared with all the numbers. That's brilliant. Thanks, Daniel. I should also say it's quite nice, I think, that you're the second mobile operator to pick up an award today. In our mobile awards last year, we had T-Mobile Netherlands took home a few awards, including the Grand Prix. And I think you guys sometimes get a bit of a bad press for being a bit sort of, stuck in the what's the word I'm looking for, but not particularly innovative. And these awards show that that is changing. So congratulations.
We're here to change this. That's why we're working every day.
Good, excellent. Well done.
Well done to Daniel. Right, well.
I've just muted everyone, Gabby. We're getting too excited. Oh, Gabby, you're on mute now. Sorry. Gabby, you're on mute. There we go.
There we go.
There was a lot of background noise, so I just muted everyone for a second.
Thanks, David. Right, hopefully the next category will be a short-lived one, which is the most effective pandemic campaign. Over the last year, every company on the planet scrambled to survive, and that resulted in the most effective pandemic campaign being our most popular category of the 2021 EDMAs. The judges said that the winning entry here was simply a sophisticated and comprehensive campaign that ticked all the boxes. And the winner of the most effective pandemic campaign is Médecins Sans Frontières UK and Crafted with the COVID-19 appeal. And here to accept the award is Charlotte Gordon from Crafted.
Hello, thank you.
Charlotte, congratulations. I know, again, you won a few awards in these awards last year, including the Grand Prix. And actually, it was for your work again with Médecins Sans Frontières. So very well done. Can you just briefly tell us what this appeal was all about?
Yeah, exactly. So obviously COVID has affected a lot of people in many different ways, especially companies, but MSF in particular, their work doesn't stop because there's a pandemic. Actually, it makes things even trickier in terms of giving people urgent care and transporting supplies. So what we did is we implemented a full multi-channel strategy across offline. We helped with the digital part of it. Quite a complex campaign, and we wanted to build this story up to people about the great work that MSF do. So we achieved over 129 million impressions for their brand awareness part, and also 4.6 million video views. And the money raised through donations equaled the value of 242,000 protective suits to keep medical staff safe. So it was a really successful campaign. And also we had to get used to working in very different conditions really quickly as well, as everybody did. So we had just started working from home, and all of the agencies involved on the MSF team, we did online sprints to make sure the campaign was a success. But yeah, it was a really successful campaign, and one we're really proud to be a part of.
Excellent. And one thing you didn't mention that I've got in my notes is it was the highest driver of donations in MSF UK's history. So at a very difficult time. Very well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, we've reached our final campaign or platform category. This will be followed by 2 special awards and then the Grand Prix Award. But first, we have the most effective tech platform. The judges felt the winning platform does a great job in putting brands back in control. Misinformation is rife on the internet. This is a concerted attempt to put things right. And the winner of the most effective tech platform is Yext with no wrong answers. And here to accept the award is John Watton from Yext.
Hi there. John, congratulations. I think people could probably see from the shortlist slide there that it's a very difficult category to judge this. It's like comparing chalk and cheese. You know, your platform's doing one thing, all the others were doing their own. But obviously, the judges decided that yours have more going for it than any of the others. So just tell us a little bit about No Wrong Answers and your platform.
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, what we provide is a business platform that allows businesses to get accurate and correct information in the places they need it to be, any digital endpoint, be that a voice assistant or in search. And really, during the pandemic, it was for a lot of our clients a war against misinformation. So a lot of the time, the villain of the piece is incorrect information about your business, inaccurate business information, or other third parties, you know, kind of dictating what your business information is all about. So we just help brands, you know, regain that and at least have the opportunity to get the right information at the right place. Be that, you know, a retailer, or be that an organization like the WHO, who we've helped provide a clear and accurate COVID-19 hub. So a wide range of usages, and delighted to have this award after what's been a very tough year.
Yeah, congratulations. Very well done, John.
Thank you.
Gabby, just before I hand back to you, I think Paige from Sky is now on the call. So I just want to bring her in for a second, if I could. Paige, are you still around?
Hi, I'm here. So I'm just trying to switch my camera on so you can actually see me.
No worries.
Okay. Hello. Thank you so much for our award. That's amazing news.
Not at all. Not at all. So I gave a very sort of clumsy explanation of what the thing was all about. I thought you might be able to do it a bit more eloquently. Just tell the room what you did.
Yes,
briefly.
no problem. And so we were sort of tasked with essentially promoting a new show called I Hate Susie, that featured Billie Piper. So she played an actress in the show, ironically, who essentially goes through a series of being exposed through kind of pornographic images and sort of indecent exposure without her control. So the series kind of sees her go through these 8 emotions, and it's everything from kind of fear to shame. And so what we wanted to do was to kind of really, obviously it's quite an interesting show and there's a lot of kind of sensitive things to tackle and conversations to tackle. And we didn't want to do it in a way that kind of trivializes the show and obviously what happens in it. So instead we worked with 4 influencers who have also been through some form of kind of public exposure that was out of their hands. And so we filmed a YouTube series that accompanied the series on Sky, and it went through the 8 different stages that Billie Piper goes through in the series, but we interviewed these influencers just kind of with regards to their own experiences and these kind of 8 emotions that they went on in that roller coaster ride, in terms of the exposure that they actually had experienced. So it was a really good campaign, because I think we were able to work with people who genuinely were passionate about talking about their own experiences. They kind of brought to life the show. They were able to reference Billie Piper and one of the other cast members, Naomi, numerous times, because they'd actually seen the series before we'd actually filmed our YouTube series. So it kind of pulled together really, really well. It was a great way for us to kind of talk about the important issues in the show, but also leverage the influencers, audiences and their reach in terms of actually getting the message out there just around the kind of important messages that I Hate Susie portrays. So that was it.
I'm so glad you came on, because my explanation was it was a YouTube series to promote a TV show. So I think you did it slightly better than me. So congratulations.
Oh, no, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
And I was also going to see if TP wanted to talk to us, but I can't see them on the guest list, so I think they've left. If they haven't, then please shout now. No, okay, back to you then, Gabby.
All right, thanks, David. Right, well, that brings us to the end of the Campaign and Platform Awards. At this point, we have 3 special awards remaining. First, we have 2 Digital Expert of the Year awards, followed by the Grand Prix Award. The Digital Expert of the Year awards are determined by over 5,000 brand marketers that have attended masterclassing events, both in person and virtually, around the world during the last year. At each event, attendees complete a feedback form and comment on the most effective presentations and compelling roundtable discussions. The results have been tabulated to determine the Digital Experts of the Year. First, we look to North America. The award for the Digital Expert of the Year, North America, goes to a company that envisions a future of total data transparency between brands and consumers. Their mission is to make every experience assumption-free by asking people explicitly and directly about their interests, motivations, and preferences. Attendees at Masterclassing's North American events said that this company's presenter shared a compelling high-level overview of a key trend in e-commerce, and I'm looking forward to sharing the insights with my team. Excellent discussion, time well spent, and what a great presentation, and the roundtables were very valuable. I took away so much that I can put into action right now. And the winner for the Digital Expert of the Year, North America, is Jebbit. Alexia Phipps from Jebbit is here to accept the award.
Thank you so much. Excited to be here and super excited to receive the award. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we call these special awards because they're not voted for by the judges. It is, as Gabby said, purely based on feedback that our speakers get when they do the events. Just for the benefit of people in the room who perhaps have never experienced a masterclass event, and I'm not asking you to big us up and do us a sales pitch, which the winner of this award did last year, actually unprompted, but just give people a feel for what the events are like and what you get out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So the event is a great opportunity for us to talk about some of the largest challenges facing marketers today. Here at Jebbit, we talk about that in 2 ways. So one, on the side of customer experience, especially with COVID, how can we create amazing experiences for your consumers that kind of mimic the great concierge-like experience you might get in store. So we talk a lot about the value of customer experiences and ways to translate that digitally. And then on the other side of the coin, we talk a lot about first-party data, and obviously with GDPR, CCPA, Apple and the third-party cookie going away, there's a lot of news and focus now for brands to collect first-party data. And so a lot of what we talked about was just discussion, best practices, ideas, and inspirations from other brands who are using elements of the customer experience to collect more of that first-party data.
Excellent. What I always find interesting is the events are set up that you're going to meet some brands and hopefully some of them might want to spend money with you. But I often used to find doing the physical events that when I talk to the partners, they come away learning a lot about actually, what their customers and prospects were looking for. And it's not always what they thought it was.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had so many brands just share their own experiences, not necessarily with us by any means, but, launching quizzes, surveys, really interactive, amazing campaigns. So I think it really generated really great brainstorms.
Excellent. Well, hope to maybe even see you at one of the US events one day soon when travel's allowed again. But for now, congratulations, Alexia.
Thank you.
Yeah, massive well done. So for our second special award, we turn our focus to the Digital Expert of the Year for the masterclassing events conducted in the UK, Europe, the Middle East, Australia, and Singapore. Here, the winner is a company whose #1 goal is to help brands turn their target audience into valuable customers. They believe that customer experience is more important than ever, but the wave of commercial messages competing for people's attention makes it extremely difficult for brands to gain a foothold. So they aim to reach customers by appealing to the deepest drivers of the human mind and make people connect to the brands. Attendee comments about the winning partner include, "This was a really enjoyable session and very relevant to my needs. I've since looked at their website with the intent of getting in touch. Favorite presentation. I thought this was not only a fantastic product and service, but the stats and the examples shown were very interesting. And this was the most interesting session for me, offering plenty of interaction and good examples. The presentation and discussion was short, but hit the right spot." And the winner for the Digital Expert of the Year in the UK, EMEA, and APAC is Lead Family. To accept this award, I'd like to welcome EJ Harris and Libby Jackson from Lead Family.
I can see EJ and good for now, actually, but I don't think Libby's with us, is she? Congratulations, EJ.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, Libby, who is my sidekick, who presents in conjunction with me at these, is unfortunately tied up, but I'll accept it on our behalf. But yeah, thank you so much. Really, really over the moon.
Not at all. A bit like when I was giving the award to Chris from QueryClick earlier. I feel like I know you guys so well because I've seen you on so many events, and it's genuinely when I see that you're on, you think, well, that's a safe pair of hands. That's going to be a good session because these guys will give a good session. They won't go into a big sales pitch or any of that sort of stuff. From your perspective, rather than asking you the same question I asked Alexia, how have you found the switch to doing things virtually? Because I know you guys also did a lot of physical events with us. It's hard to replicate the same sort of interactions, isn't it? But you still managed to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously been an adjustment, and we would always say that obviously for us, psychology is a big thing, and when you can actually interact with people in the physical space, that drives deeper conversations, deeper relationship building. So it's it's been something that we've adjusted to. But what I think is really great about the digital events, and which we've really loved, is it makes it more accessible to a lot of brands who might not necessarily have been to attend the physical events because London's quite far away from them. So actually it's opened us up to a whole host of other brands and conversations that we might not necessarily have had. And one thing that particularly sticks out is will the difference in some of the brands who attend the events. We might be speaking to well-known retailers, but then you're speaking to some B2B marketers. It really does allow you to have some really interesting conversations. So we've thoroughly enjoyed the digital events, but we are looking forward as well when people are ready to returning to physical as well.
Second that, definitely. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much. I have to apologize about my voice. I actually had a masterclass this week, and I've just
You did indeed.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, EJ.
Thank you. So we have one award left, which is the Grand Prix Award. This award recognises the best of the best from all the winning categories. The Grand Prix winner exemplifies both excellence in their field of digital marketing and outstanding campaign or platform effectiveness. And the winner for the 2021 Grand Prix Award is Médecins Sans Frontières UK and Crafted for the COVID-19 appeal. So finally, I'd like to welcome back Charlotte Gordon from Crafted.
Thank you so much. We're really excited.
Yeah, well done. I won't ask you to talk us through the campaign again, but I'll just say it sort of kind of feels fitting, I think, this year that this is the one that's taken the Grand Prix.
Yeah, definitely. We were just saying it might sound a little bit cheesy, but this is a campaign that really affects people's lives. And as I've said, we're really proud to work with MSF and really proud to have won this award as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. So I'll hand back to Gabby, but firstly, let me just say congratulations to all the winners. Commiserations to those of you who made the shortlist but didn't win, and I hope you take it in the right spirit. And as I say earlier, these awards we put a heck of a lot of work into getting them judged independently each year, and I just hope every year that we pick the most worthy winners. So back to you, Gabby.
Thanks, David. Well, that concludes the awards. But before you go, we'd like to thank all of you for your participation in this year's Effective Digital Marketing Awards and extend a big congratulations to all of the winners. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you all again next year.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you. Congratulations, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.